At the top of Cedar Peak, the Mount Everest of mediocre observatories, the air was thin and filled with the smell of old coffee and desperation. Dr. Alex Tanaka stood in front of his telescope, squinting at a blurry speck in the night sky. The observatory was a cacophony of whirring machinery and bickering scientists, each more eccentric than the last. "This is it," he exclaimed, oblivious to the commotion. "I've found it. The discovery of the century." "Right, and I'm the Queen of England," muttered Dr. Mia Chen, rolling her eyes as she adjusted her glasses. She was the visiting scientist, and her reputation as a rising star in the astronomy field loomed larger than her height, though she was slightly shorter than average, which made her look all the more imposing when she crossed her arms. Alex's excitement was palpable, and he was determined to impress Mia, even if it meant sounding ridiculous. "It's a new star. I'm certain it'll be named after me." Mia raised an eyebrow, skeptical. "Did you consider it might just be a reflection of your ego?" Before Alex could retort, the observatory's AI, Gary, flickered to life with a dramatic beep that echoed through the room. "Alert! Unidentified object detected. Approaching Earth at an exponential velocity." "See? I told you," Alex said, a mixture of triumph and panic swirling in his chest. He gestured grandly to the screen, where a blinking red dot was racing toward the planet. "That's my new star." "Alex, that's not a star," Mia said, now intrigued. "That's a spaceship," Gary interrupted, his synthetic voice dripping with urgency. "Estimated time to impact, 24 hours. The observatory fell silent. Scientists stopped arguing, eyes wide as they processed the information. Mia glanced at Alex, who was momentarily frozen in disbelief. "Are you telling me I'm about to be abducted by aliens?" Alex's mind raced. "No. I mean, we need to, don't panic." Gary continued, but the panic was already palpable. "No need to panic. This is a totally normal event." "Totally normal?" Mia echoed, a hint of sarcasm in her tone. "Right. Just another day in the life of a lowly astronomer." As if on cue, Alex's stomach grumbled loudly, an awkward reminder that he hadn't eaten since breakfast. "Look, we have to, quick. We need to contact the military." Mia interjected, rushing to the console. "They'll want to know about this." "I'll call General Roberts," Alex said, and before he could finish, he fumbled with the phone, accidentally dialing a pizza place instead. Yes, I'd like to order a large pepperoni." "Wait, no." Mia grabbed the phone from him, exasperated. "I'll handle this." While Mia spoke to the military, Alex stared at the blinking red dot on the screen, his mind racing. What are we going to do? What if they're hostile? What if they're really aliens who want to take over the world? Mia returned, a mix of urgency and frustration on her face. "The general is on his way, and he's bringing a team. But we need to figure out what they want before they arrive." A comedic chaos ensued as scientists scrambled to gather data, while Alex muttered random theories about the aliens' intentions. "What if they want to steal our cows? Or our internet?" "Focus, Alex." Mia snapped, and he could see the glimmer of humor in her eyes despite the tension. "We need to communicate with them." "Right. Communicate." Alex jumped on the idea. "What if we send them a message? Like, 'Hello, Earthlings here. We come in peace.' Let's not scare them off with clichés," Mia said, half smirking. How about something more sophisticated? Like what? A Shakespearean sonnet? Actually, she looked thoughtful, then said, we could send a series of mathematical equations. That's universal, right? Yes. And maybe include a picture of a cat. Everyone loves cats. Alex added, getting carried away, sure, because nothing screams, welcome to Earth, like a cat meme. Mia chuckled, and they both burst into laughter, breaking the tension momentarily. Hashtag. As hours ticked away, they scrambled to decode the spaceship signals, but the task was more complicated than anticipated. Each attempt turned into an absurd comedy of errors. In one instance, Alex tried to translate the signals using a rubber chicken as a makeshift microphone. Maybe they'll respond to poultry, he joked, causing Mia to facepalm. Alex, if we don't figure this out, we're going to be the reason Earth is invaded by extraterrestrial poultry enthusiasts. But as the hours passed and the countdown continued, the weight of impending doom loomed. General Roberts finally arrived, his stern face stark against the hilarity unfolding around them. What's going on? He barked, scanning the room. Sir, we're just trying to communicate with the aliens. Alex said, gesturing to the chaos. Communicate? By sending rubber chickens? Roberts deadpanned, well, we have other methods too. Like math. And memes. General Roberts looked between the two of them, trying to suppress a grin. Right. I'll be sure to note that down for my report. With only a few hours left, they finally managed to decode a partial message from the aliens. We're not sure what it says, Mia admitted, but it seems to imply something about visiting Earth for a vacation. A vacation? Roberts echoed, looking incredulous. We're about to be invaded by tourists. Maybe they just want to see our attractions, Alex said, half seriously. You know, like the Grand Canyon or Disney World. The general shook his head, a reluctant smile creeping onto his face. Okay, but we need to prepare for every possibility. And for God's sake, stop using the rubber chicken. As the countdown ticked closer to 0, the team brainstormed ideas to greet the aliens. They settled on a plan to set up a welcome banner using glow sticks and festive lights, something that screamed both earthly hospitality and sheer confusion. Finally, with just minutes to go, the spaceship landed in a remote field not far from the observatory. The ground shook slightly as the enormous vessel touched down, and the team gathered anxiously, ready for whatever was about to come. Suddenly, a hatch opened, and out came a group of aliens. They looked exactly like a combination of cartoonish monsters and over-enthusiastic tourists. One of them wore sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt, while another held a camera, snapping pictures of the bewildered scientists. Greetings, Earthlings, one of the aliens called out, in a voice that sounded like a combination of a kazoo and a foghorn. We come in peace and to experience your world. Mia exchanged a glance with Alex, barely holding back laughter. They're on vacation. Can you believe this? Alex whispered. They actually look like tourists. The aliens approached, their excitement palpable. We have traveled across galaxies to sample your Earth cuisines. Where are the finest tacos? And the best beach? Tacos? Alex stammered, taken aback. I think we can help with that. The alien in the Hawaiian shirt pointed at Alex, beaming. Excellent. Lead us to the tacos. And maybe some ice cream? The general, initially skeptical, found himself chuckling. This is not what I expected from an alien invasion. Alex and Mia led the aliens back to the observatory, turning the impending disaster into an impromptu feast. As they shared tacos and ice cream, the atmosphere shifted from tense to joyous. Alex found himself laughing alongside Mia and the aliens, their absurdity bringing everyone together. As the sun began to set, Alex finally gathered the courage to turn to Mia. "I know this isn't what we planned, but maybe this is a good thing?" Mia smiled, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Maybe you just needed an alien invasion to realize that?" "Perhaps." He chuckled, then added, "I guess I'll never get to name a star after myself, huh?" "Who needs a star when you can have an intergalactic taco party?" she replied, a grin spreading across her face. As the evening continued, laughter and joy filled the observatory, and Alex realized that in the midst of potential chaos, they had found something extraordinary. Sometimes, the universe had a sense of humor, and all you needed was a little taco diplomacy to bring everyone together. With a warm feeling in his chest, he watched the aliens snap photos of the night sky, their laughter echoing in the crisp air. Maybe this wasn't an invasion at all, maybe it was the beginning of an unexpected friendship. As he looked at Mia, he thought of how far they had come from that chaotic night at the observatory, and in that moment, surrounded by laughter, tacos, and aliens, he knew he wouldn't trade it for anything in the universe. As the alien tourists reveled in their unexpected feast, Alex glanced around the observatory, taking in the lively scene. Gary buzzed nearby, occasionally chiming in with facts about Earth's culinary delights, much to the aliens' delight. "Did you know that tacos originated from Mexico and are filled with a variety of ingredients? Earthlings truly love to mix flavors." "Delicious," shouted one of the aliens, their tentacles wiggling with excitement as they stuffed a taco into their mouth. "This is far better than the pork we usually eat. Why don't you tell us more about your Earth cultures?" "Absolutely. We have so many foods, traditions, and, sports," Alex exclaimed, caught up in the moment. "We can tell you about baseball, football, and even..." "Football? Do you mean the one where you kick the ball, or the one where you don't?" another alien interjected, tilting its head in confusion. Both," Mia chimed in, trying to keep the conversation flowing. "But let's stick with tacos for now. What other Earth foods do you want to try?" The aliens seemed to ponder this question seriously, their eyes wide with wonder. "What about desserts?" one asked eagerly. "We have heard tales of something called cake." "Cake!" Alex exclaimed, feeling energized by their enthusiasm. "Yes. Cake is a vital part of celebrations on Earth. We can even make some with you." The aliens erupted in cheers, and suddenly it felt like a strange yet joyous cultural exchange was taking place. What started as a panic over an alien invasion had morphed into a celebration of differences and commonalities. Alex looked at Mia, who was busily scribbling notes, capturing every ridiculous moment. "Are you getting this?" he whispered, nudging her. "Of course," she replied, a smile tugging at her lips. "This is pure gold for research. The way they engage with our food is fascinating." "Yeah, but it's also pretty hilarious," he said, watching as one alien attempted to balance a towering stack of tacos on its head. "I believe that is what we call eating with style," Mia quipped, her eyes sparkling with mischief. As the night wore on, more stories were exchanged. The aliens shared tales of their travels, encounters with strange beings from other planets, festivals filled with vibrant colors and sounds, and their quest for the best delicacies across the galaxy. In return, Alex and Mia recounted Earth's history, complete with its quirks and mishaps. "Did you know that there was a time when humans thought the Earth was flat?" Alex said, shaking his head at the absurdity of it. Can you imagine? They were scared of falling off the edge. One of the aliens, now with taco remnants adorning its shirt, roared with laughter. What a curious species you are. If we were flat, we'd surely have fallen off by now. Mia seized the moment, wanting to dig deeper. So, what brought you to Earth? Was it just the tacos? Indeed, tacos are a great motivator, another alien responded, waving a tentacle dramatically. But more than that, we come to learn. We seek knowledge and experiences. We believe that by understanding your world, we can improve our own. Alex couldn't help but feel a swell of pride. That's exactly why we study the stars and planets. We're all just trying to make sense of our places in the universe. The conversation flowed seamlessly into the night, laughter mingling with the sounds of crickets outside the observatory. With each shared story, barriers dissolved, and friendships blossomed. Alex realized that this was what he had always sought, not just understanding the cosmos, but also building connections that transcended the stars. Just then, General Roberts stepped forward, his stern demeanor softened by the warmth of the gathering. I have to admit, I expected this to be a disaster. Instead, it's become quite the celebration. The aliens, ever enthusiastic, cheered for the general, who raised a taco in salute. To intergalactic peace and good food. To peace, everyone echoed, clinking their tacos together. As the night progressed, Alex pulled Mia aside. What do you think this means for us? I mean, for humanity? Mia paused, considering the question. It means that there's a lot more out there than we realize. Maybe it's a reminder that we're not alone, that there are beings out there seeking connection, just like us. And it all started with tacos, Alex said, shaking his head in disbelief, a smile creeping across his face. What a way to unite the universe. Don't forget the cake. Mia laughed, nudging him playfully. The aliens, overhearing this, were suddenly intrigued. What is this, cake? Well, Alex began, a glint in his eye, let's just say it's the next step in your Earth culinary adventure. With renewed energy, they began planning a cake-making session. The aliens seemed fascinated by the idea of baking, their eyes lighting up with curiosity as Alex explained the concept. It's like crafting an edible work of art, he said, drawing on his limited culinary knowledge. Mia laughed, jumping in with her own enthusiasm. And we can use different flavors. Chocolate, vanilla, fruit, oh, the possibilities are endless. The aliens looked at each other, their tentacles twitching with excitement. We must learn this, cake, they chorused, their voices harmonizing in a strange but delightful way. The kitchen at the observatory was a mess of flour and eggs as they all gathered to bake together. Flour flew through the air, laughter bubbled over, and even General Roberts found himself caught up in the chaos. This is the most fun I've had in years, he admitted, trying to wipe flour off his face. Hours passed in a flurry of creativity and chaos, each moment filled with warmth and connection. The aliens struggled hilariously with mixing ingredients, but their determination was contagious. At one point, an alien accidentally poured an entire bag of sugar into the mixing bowl, and the ensuing explosion of frosting sent everyone into fits of laughter. Finally, the cakes emerged from the oven, beautifully imperfect, a testament to the night's efforts. They adorned the table like a rainbow, each one a unique masterpiece. The aliens marveled at the creations, their eyes wide with wonder. These are magnificent, one exclaimed, touching a cake decorated with bright blue icing. Now, the real test begins, Alex said, as they cut into the first cake. He handed a piece to the nearest alien, who took a tentative bite. The reaction was immediate. "This is amazing. It's like tasting the universe," the alien declared, eyes wide with joy. Mia watched with satisfaction, knowing this would be a night no one would forget. "And this is just the beginning," she mused aloud. "Imagine what else we can share." The night wore on, filled with stories, laughter, and cake. They sat outside under the stars, watching constellations twinkle overhead. The aliens shared tales of their home planets, each one more fantastical than the last, and their visions for peace and unity among the galaxies. "We want to create a festival of worlds," one of the aliens said, eyes sparkling. "A place where beings from different planets can come together, share their cultures, and create friendships." "That sounds incredible," Mia exclaimed, imagining the possibilities. "We'd love to participate. I can already picture a booth dedicated to tacos and cake." The aliens nodded enthusiastically, brainstorming ideas for attractions. "And we can have games. Galactic frisbee, maybe." The laughter echoed through the night, a melody of friendship that transcended the boundaries of species and planets. Alex leaned back, marveling at how this chaotic evening had turned into something so beautiful. It wasn't just a matter of averting disaster, it was about celebrating existence in all its forms. As the hours passed, fatigue began to settle in, but the group was reluctant to end the festivities. They spoke of plans to meet again, perhaps even setting up an exchange program between Earth and the alien world. "Imagine it," Alex said, his eyes shining. "We could have intergalactic culinary classes. And you could teach them to send pizzas instead of calling the wrong number." Mia teased, causing everyone to laugh again. Eventually, the time came for the aliens to depart. They gathered around their spaceship, glowing with the remnants of laughter and joy. "Thank you, Earthlings. You have made our journey unforgettable," one alien said, clutching a container of leftover cake. "Take this with you." Mia insisted, handing over the container with a warm smile. "And don't forget to invite us to that festival." "Of course. You will always be welcome on our planet," the alien promised, their voice filled with sincerity. As the spaceship powered up, Alex felt a pang of bittersweet longing. They had shared something profound, a fleeting connection that was somehow both extraordinary and entirely human. He waved goodbye, his heart full, knowing that this encounter would leave a lasting mark on both worlds. The ship lifted off, illuminating the night sky in a dazzling display. Alex and Mia stood hand in hand, watching as their new friends soared into the cosmos, a symbol of the bonds formed that night. As the glow faded and the stars returned to their usual brilliance, Alex turned to Mia, a smile spreading across his face. "So, what's next?" Mia laughed, squeezing his hand. "Well, we could always start by getting some more tacos. It seems they're now a universal staple." The next morning, the observatory hummed with a different energy. Alex and Mia were still riding the high of their extraordinary night, and as the sunlight poured through the windows, it felt as though the universe had opened up new possibilities. "Do you think they really meant it?" Mia asked, her eyes bright with excitement as they reviewed notes from the previous night. "About the festival?" "Absolutely," Alex replied, leaning back in his chair. "They seemed genuinely enthusiastic. It would be a remarkable way to bridge our worlds." Mia nodded, her fingers tapping against her notepad. "We should start planning what we want to present, our best foods, maybe some cultural demonstrations. We could even incorporate science exhibits." "Great idea. We could showcase our astronomical discoveries," Alex said, his mind racing. "Imagine the aliens' reactions to the solar system model. Or we could set up interactive displays, like virtual reality experiences of different planetary environments. As they brainstormed, the excitement bubbled between them, each idea igniting another. The observatory felt alive, a hub of creativity, and they quickly lost track of time, fueled by coffee and the thrill of their newfound mission. A few days passed, and the duo dedicated every spare moment to preparing for the potential intergalactic festival. They researched recipes, created promotional materials, and mapped out various scientific concepts they wanted to share. The observatory became a vibrant workshop of ideas and energy, filled with laughter and the sound of whirring equipment as they put their plans into action. One afternoon, while testing a new telescope, Mia paused and turned to Alex. "What if we send an official invitation? Something formal to really establish our intentions?" Alex's eyes lit up. "Yes. We can draft a message and use Gary to help translate it into their language. We can also design a holographic projection of the invitation. It'll be a grand gesture." Mia laughed. "I'm sure they'd love a little drama with their invitation. You know, a sprinkle of Earth flair." Gary chimed in, "That sounds like an optimal plan. I can assist in creating a visually appealing projection." As they worked on the invitation, the energy in the room was electric. Ideas flowed freely, and soon they had crafted a holographic display that showcased Earth's beauty, its landscapes, cultures, and, of course, an enticing array of foods. They even included clips from their alien encounter, highlighting the laughter and joy that had defined their night together. Finally, after several intense days of preparation, they were ready to send their invitation. Standing in front of the massive telescope, Mia adjusted the settings as Alex positioned the projection module. "Here goes nothing," he said, a hint of nervousness creeping into his voice. "Don't worry, Alex. It'll be perfect," Mia reassured him, giving him a warm smile. With a final nod, they activated the device, sending the holographic invitation into the cosmos. It shimmered in the night sky, a beacon of hope and friendship aimed at the stars. Hours later, as they waited for a response, the observatory felt unusually quiet. The anticipation was palpable, and every sound seemed amplified. They had done everything they could, but the uncertainty of the unknown loomed large. Suddenly, Gary beeped, breaking the silence. "Incoming transmission detected." Both Alex and Mia leaped to their feet, eyes wide with excitement. "This is it!" Alex exclaimed, his heart racing. The screen flickered to life, and the familiar faces of their alien friends appeared, bright and enthusiastic. "Earthlings," one of them exclaimed, waving a tentacle. "We received your magnificent invitation." "We are thrilled," another alien chimed in, their voice filled with glee. "We accept your invitation to the festival. Our planet will join you." Mia squealed with delight, throwing her arms around Alex. "We did it. They're coming." "We'll need to start planning the logistics immediately," Alex said, barely able to contain his excitement. "When will they arrive?" "They shall arrive in exactly 3 Earth weeks," the alien replied. "Prepare yourselves for the most intergalactic celebration your world has ever seen." After they concluded the transmission, Alex and Mia sat in stunned silence, their minds racing with the possibilities. 3 weeks, Mia said slowly, processing the timeline. "We have so much to do. Let's get to work," Alex declared, invigorated by the challenge ahead. They dove into preparations, creating lists, mapping out the observatory for the event, and gathering resources. They decided to reach out to local schools and communities, inviting them to participate in the festival, blending Earth's cultures with their extraterrestrial guests. This is going to be huge, Alex said, envisioning the excitement of children and adults alike. Word spread quickly, and soon volunteers began pouring in, eager to help. The observatory buzzed with activity as people contributed ideas, decorations, and, of course, recipes. They set up workshops for cake decorating, taco crafting, and even art projects that showcased the blending of earthly and alien styles. Mia organized a team to create educational displays that highlighted Earth's scientific achievements while incorporating fun facts about their alien friends. We want to highlight the importance of collaboration across cultures, she explained to the group of volunteers, who nodded in agreement. As the weeks progressed, the atmosphere around the observatory shifted from mere preparation to pure excitement. The countdown to the festival became a shared experience, drawing people together in a way Alex had never witnessed before. The sense of community was palpable, and the laughter that filled the halls echoed the joy of their alien friends. Finally, the day of the festival arrived. The observatory was transformed into a vibrant celebration of color and light, with banners hanging proudly and tables laden with delicious foods. Mia and Alex stood at the entrance, taking a moment to soak in the sight of their hard work coming to fruition. Can you believe it? Alex said, a grin plastered on his face. This is happening. I know. It's incredible, Mia replied, her heart racing with anticipation. As the hours passed, people began to arrive, drawn in by the excitement. Children laughed as they crafted tacos and decorated cakes, while adults engaged in conversations that spanned galaxies. The air was filled with the smell of spices, laughter, and the unmistakable excitement of discovery. Finally, the moment they had been waiting for arrived. The aliens landed, their spaceship descending gracefully amidst cheers and applause. The crowd gathered, their eyes wide with awe and curiosity. As the hatch opened, the aliens emerged, beaming with joy. We have arrived, one of them declared, and the crowd erupted in applause. Alex stepped forward, heart racing. Welcome. We're thrilled to have you here. The aliens waved enthusiastically, and the joy of their reunion ignited the atmosphere. Let the festival begin, another alien shouted, and soon, activities kicked off with music, laughter, and the sounds of people coming together in celebration. Throughout the day, there were games, cooking competitions, and storytelling sessions that showcased the best of both worlds. The aliens introduced Earthlings to their unique customs, and in return, humans shared tales of their own traditions. Mia and Alex wandered through the crowd, their hearts swelling with pride. Look at all this, Mia said, gesturing to the bustling festival. We've created something truly special. Yes, we have, Alex agreed, watching as a group of children gathered around an alien, captivated by tales of intergalactic adventures. As the sun set, casting a golden hue over the observatory, the festival reached its peak. The aliens and humans joined together for a final celebration, dancing under the stars. Laughter rang out, and the bonds formed over food and stories filled the night air with warmth. In that moment, surrounded by friends, both human and alien, Alex realized that they had done more than just avert an invasion. They had woven a tapestry of connection, a shared experience that bridged galaxies and cultures. As he took Mia's hand, feeling the warmth of their partnership, he knew that this was just the beginning. Together, they had opened doors to the universe, proving that friendship, laughter, and a little bit of cake could conquer any distance. With joy in their hearts, they danced under the starlit sky, ready for whatever adventures awaited them next. The universe was vast, but in that moment, it felt just a little bit smaller, a little bit brighter, and infinitely more beautiful.